Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name's Beth, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'll be adding a border to this beautiful quilt top here. The block is called Oklahoma Twister, and I'll leave a link below. But I would really like to be working on this beautiful applique project that was given to me recently. It's an unfinished quilt top that someone started a long time ago. All of the applique pieces are printed on fabric and they need to be cut out. This project came with thread and some of the pattern pieces are cut out and prepared, but quite a few of them need to be appliqued on, and I've really been enjoying this project in the evenings. Here is a picture of the pattern, and it is still available on eBay. You can find this project. Some are unfinished and some are new. It's an older quilt project, but what I really need to do tonight is I need to add a border to this quilt top because this is a gift. I want to finish it up and give it away as soon as possible. So first thing I did was I figured out how wide my quilt top was, and I'm going to be cutting 5-inch strips to go all the way around. So I needed to cut my fabric along the selvage end so that I would not have to piece the sides. So I do have some fabric that sort of matches. I used all of the white fabric in the quilt top. I used it all up, so I don't have any more of the white fabric that matches, and I'm hoping that this white fabric that has just a little bit of a print will go okay with the quilt top that I made. So I measured longer than I need, and I'll be trimming my strips, but I'm going to be cutting 5-inch strips to go all the way around my quilt top. What I like to do with my border strips is I just like to pin them on. I know some people measure the quilt and they cut that border piece exactly the same size as the quilt. And I think that just pinning it to the quilt top has always worked for me, so I don't measure. I'm always afraid I'm going to cut it a little bit off. So I pin it on so everything comes together smoothly, and I will trim the excess before I sew this border on. Once I have two borders on opposite sides, I went back to my table, and now I'll need a strip that's just a little bit longer, and I will pin these two sides on, and before you know it, my quilt top will be ready to go. So I did get a border on my quilt top. It's ready to go, and tomorrow I'll make my quilt sandwich and I'll start quilting. But tonight I want to work on this beautiful applique project. So now I'm going to sit down and do a little applique this evening. This brown vine, I opened up the vine. It had already been prepared with some basting stitches. The quilter before me had tucked in the edges, but I opened them up. I prefer tucking them as I go. I pressed it open and I basted it down on the quilt top, and now I'm just going to tuck that edge in as I go along. I like doing this on a table, and it goes really quick. It's real peaceful work, and I'm enjoying working on this quilt top. Thank you, Lita, for sending this beautiful unfinished quilt top. I'm going to have some fun as I put some pieces on this quilt, and hopefully one day it will be complete. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.